Hey, good afternoon, Fairview family. Eric Kincaid here from the Fairview School District, wanting to give you an update here on this Friday afternoon. It's about 3 p.m. here on Friday, May 1st. Wanted to give you some the most recent news that we have here from the school district. I've sort of been waiting till we had something a little more earth-shattering to share with you, but we really haven't had much of that in recent days. But I do want to say that the reports that I've been getting about our online distance learning has really just been phenomenal. Very, very few students not completing work, which is a real kudos to not only our kids, but also our families out there who we realize that this is a lot of work for families with young children, and you're doing just an amazing job, and we appreciate all of the support that we have at home. And our teachers are really just exceeding expectations, doing an outstanding job, and the aides who are supporting them really, I believe, going above and beyond as we would expect here in the Fairview School District. While we are thanking folks right now, I really want to send out a huge thank you to our cafeteria staff. What an amazing job those ladies have been doing, along with the support of our transportation department. They've been preparing hundreds and hundreds of lunches every day to Fairview families. To date, they've prepared nearly 15,000 lunches since the lockdown. So thank you to our cafeteria staff. Just an amazing effort that they've been putting forward here in the last several weeks. A couple of things of interest right now. Our senior yard signs were delivered today. I think it was a really great way to celebrate the amazing class of 2020. Our staff was so excited today to get out there and deliver the signs and say hello and see some of the kids from a distance and get the thumbs up and the horn honks, and that was just great. And so if you drive around the community, you'll see 140 roughly of our signs out in the yards with our seniors' names on them as just a small way to celebrate their accomplishments here. Other graduation news and information. We did get confirmation this week that we will not be permitted to have a live ceremony this year. We sort of expected that. We kind of knew that was coming, but we did get confirmation from the Department of Health that live ceremonies aren't going to happen in any school district this year. So Dr. Lane and I have met several times. We've been planning and discussing the next best thing, and we are really excited about the opportunity that we're going to have for our kids and our families here to celebrate a hybrid style, if you will, virtual commencement. And we are going to announce those plans early next week. We're putting the final touches on that. We'll be meeting on Monday to wrap those plans up, and hopefully early next week we'll be able to roll out those plans to our seniors and their families, and it should be exciting. I will tell you that graduation is going to happen. It's going to happen. It's going to be fun. It's going to be quite an event, and it will happen on our scheduled day of June 4th. So look forward to more information about that, as well as baccalaureate, senior awards ceremonies that we have in the works here over the next couple of weeks. I do want to address a few questions that we've been getting, and I'm just going to sort of mention the question and then give you a brief response. People have been asking, are schools going to open? Is the school going to open up for you to come in and do things inside the building? The answer to that question is no. I mean, as of right now, schools have to remain closed. And so for us, that means our track, our fields, our courts, our playgrounds, etc. All those facilities here by governor's orders have to remain closed, at least in the short term. So our school is not open. There has been some talk about child care programs being permitted to open. You know that we do house a child care program here in our district. However, because schools can't open, we won't be able to allow the YMCA to operate their child care program in our buildings. So that will not be reopening anytime in the near future, at least in the Fairview School District. Another question we've been getting a lot is, what does next year look like? What does next year's school year look like? And I can tell you this, that's a question that we can't answer right now, but I can tell you this, it will look different than what we've ever seen before. We know that. We know that school as we know it here in Fairview, with 40, 50 kids coming in on a bus, having 20 to 30 kids in a classroom, That's probably not going to happen in the fall. We don't know necessarily what that's going to look like. We're quite confident, though, it's going to be different. And you know how we do things in the Fairview School District. It's going to be great. It's just going to be different. And we can promise you that we won't lose any of the academic rigor and the excellence that we have here in the district, no matter how we operate school next year. Another question that we've been getting is, can I pick up my personal belongings? Hey, I have things in my locker, I have things in my gym locker. The answer to that is yes. We will be rolling out some days for you to come in and get those items. Your principals will be announcing that in the very near future. However, if there's something that you absolutely have to have, if you have something in your locker, your gym locker, your classroom, or whatever, email your principal. Contact your principal, let him or her know that you need it, and they will absolutely make arrangements for you to come in and pick those items up. Along those lines, when do we return books? When do we return our iPads, etc.? Again, hang tight. We'll be rolling out dates for you to do all of those things in the near future, particularly textbooks and things that you're not going to necessarily need over the summer. We did get word this week. We've been getting a lot of questions about fingerprinting for our employees and for volunteers in the district. We have gotten word today that fingerprinting will be extended. If you have fingerprints, those are going to be extended through December 31st. So that deadline has been extended for a few months. You don't have to worry about that because there are no locations open in Erie County right now who are doing fingerprinting. So that's a relief for a lot of our employees. What about our FHS and FES renovation plans? Common question, get that a few times a week. I can tell you that we are moving forward on the plans for both of these projects. Our board of school directors won't make any final decisions on those projects until we have a better idea of the financial landscape, maybe early summer or fall. But the design and the plan work for those projects is continuing. We're meeting regularly with our architects and engineers and having those discussions. As you know, we're bursting at the seams here at the elementary school, and the high school has certainly seen better days, being built in 1973. So those plans are in the works. They will happen at some point, and we're going to try to leverage the economy. We're going to try to leverage the workforce and strike when we can get the best bang for our buck, quite frankly. And maybe that's going to be sooner than later. Maybe that's going to have to be put on hold. We're going to follow that very closely and make a wise decision for what's best for the Fairview community. The most common question that I've been getting, and I want to throw this out here because it's such a Fairview question to receive, and that is, how can I help? I've been getting that more than any other question. What can I do? What can my family do? How can we help the district or the community? And I can tell you that our community has just been amazing during this shutdown. We've provided food and supplies for so many folks in need. We've provided thousands of masks for those on the front lines. Right now, I think the best way you can help, Mrs. Skelly is heading up a homemade card program where we're creating cards and asking students to create cards to comfort some of our neighbors in nursing homes at this time. And that's a great project, and we're going to really put some smiles on some faces of folks who could use that right now. So if you haven't gotten involved with that information is on Schoology. I'd encourage you to look that up and find out how you could participate. Otherwise, at this time, we really don't have a huge need for additional volunteers, but it is certainly comforting knowing that so many of you are willing to do that on a moment's notice. The past couple of months have been incredibly difficult for all of us, and like you, I could not have done it without the love and support of my family and my co-workers here at the district. And I encourage you to please continue to support one another, be patient with one another, be kind, wear your masks, wash your hands frequently, help out wherever you can, whether it be at home or in the community. If you have any questions for the school district, whether it be for me or any of the administrators here at the central office, any of the building principals, your teachers, do not hesitate to call or email. Know that we are here to help you any way that we can and support our students any possible way. Just a really quick reminder, we do have a student support fund in the school district that runs through our Fairview School Foundation. We've received many donations to that fund in the last couple of weeks, and we are here to support any students who need any support, financial or otherwise. All that takes is a reach out, a phone call, an email, a Schoology message to either your principal or your guidance counselor to get that ball rolling. If there's something that the children need at home at this point, we're more than willing to help provide that or find an avenue for you to support you. Again, Fairview students, families, staff, faculty, we miss you. We can't wait to see you soon. Please take care. Please stay healthy. Please take care of one another. And as we always say, our theme for the year, don't count the days, make the days count. Thank you. Talk to you soon. Have a great weekend.